Okay, I was encouraged by Jeff Chen to do more sparring videos, so here we go, sparring a 6'6" MMA fighter who competes at heavyweight for ONE FC. We did 5 rounds, big uppercut there. You're going to see the mistakes I made, the successes I had, and hopefully learn how to fight somebody who has so much size and weight advantage. Dustin has fought in ONE FC numerous times. He fights at, as you can see here, around 240 pounds at a height of 6'6". And we are putting in 5 rounds. My buddy over at Merge, which is a gym in town, was kind enough to allow us to use his space. And the first thing I want to say, you can see there, Dustin is showing me what the injury is. He has a left knee injury, and very much like myself, he has not been active in sparring. One of the last times I did actual good rounds was with Jeff Chan when he was here. So we're both a little bit rusty and have never sparred before, even though we both live in the same town, but I'm very selective about who I spar. You can see right here, nice little catch. I will say that round number 1, you can tell Dustin is going pretty light. He's not worried about going too fast. As the rounds go on and on, we do end up picking up the pace. So be sure to stick around for those. I like that little move from him there. I went down low to throw the high hook, which throws people off, but he took that inside leg out very nicely. So this is interesting for me because, as I said, I don't spar much. And when I do, I use one of the few people in town that I continually spar with over and over, that I know I can trust. Look at that nice control and that high kick from him. Very impressive for somebody his size to be able to float that leg up and have that control. Right here, this was interesting. I clipped his nose on this. He goes for the block but pulls his hand back a little late, and I ended up touching his nose and just had to check and make sure I didn't actually hurt anything. But it's fun sparring with somebody new sometimes, and I knew from what I was told that he was a nice guy, wasn't going to try and knock me out, because we have to keep in mind, if I'm walking at 160 and he's walking around 240, he's got that 80 pounds, and I felt it in all his shots. Like, yeah, this dude hits really hard, and I had to use some, I didn't vary my tactics up too much, but I will point out a couple things which I did, which are more successful against a taller fighter. Nice little low kick there. I seem a little bit more active with my footwork than I might normally be. Moving those legs. Good little jab up the middle there. Push kick off the back leg into the left round kick. So I come really high with the knee, keep my head forward, and then extend. The biggest thing for somebody like him is when he spars, he's got to be so careful he doesn't hurt people. Look at that nice little off-balance technique there, and then he recreates the distance. He's got to be so careful he doesn't hurt somebody. This would be like me sparring somebody who's down, I don't know, 120 pounds maybe, and I know I'll be able to hurt them if I make a mistake. So I can get away with touching him like that. If he goes too hard, it'll be kind of like, ugh, that might hurt. So I always appreciate when big guys show that it is possible to be a good sparring partner, and they don't need to just dummy everybody in the gym because they have that massive advantage. Once again, there, very nice control. I like that uppercut after. I go for that little block, I get tight. He does that little dirty boxing move there. Hand to the back of the head, controls me from pulling away. Look at this one. Front kick to the rear knee. I actually addressed that. He shows me what he's doing. He takes that little step out to the left to get his body off the center line. And that's kind of like what Rico Verhoeven does, except he does the round kick. Dustin's doing the front kick. Here we go, round number 2, and we start picking it up just a little bit more. First round was just a feel out. Nice evasion under from me there. I do the parries, and create that head movement just to get out of the way. Sharp little jab. I like how he has the high volume on his punches, even though he's a big dude. This one was hilarious. I get the sweep. I just stop. I'm like, oh yeah, I swept him. That's good. And then I had to pull it at the last second. I'm like, oh right, he's an MMA fighter. The fight does not stop when he hits the ground. Find with a bigger guy that it's hard for them to cover up everything. So you can see I'm trying to get down to the body. Make sure I'm landing those body shots. But then I'll switch levels sometimes and get up to the head because his hands there are a little bit lower. So I feel like from the outside, I can get to the head. When I'm on the inside, go for the body. Nice little left hook there. He really likes that inside dirty boxing. He's very good at it. Uncomfortable place for me to be, especially as the smaller fighter. Good check from him there. That was a nice little fake by me. Pump it up. Give him something to think about, then come with the overhand, but he's fast on getting those counters back, not just taking it and stopping. One of the things that I've heard about him is he is a very durable, resilient fighter in the ring. He's not somebody that gives up. He's got that heart. You can see it, where he doesn't just take the shot and give up. One of the most interesting things about fighting stylistic differences in your sparring partners is just having to make those adjustments. Even for myself, I'm not doing what I might normally do against somebody my size, but this is challenging my brain and obviously just challenging my body having to deal with somebody who's this much bigger. I love these push off into the round kick, something that I learned from Masato. He used to do that very frequently. Fantastic way to create that low kick opening. You can imagine nice shots on the inside there. If he had on MMA gloves, he's just kind of touching. But if he had on MMA gloves, how much harder it would be to avoid them. It's easier when I have these big gloves on. I like that control. See, he throws the front kick, and a lot of people would be like, oh yeah, he didn't hit me, but I recognize just because he controlled it. He didn't follow through. If you're going to throw a front kick to the face, you do it the way that Dustin just did it there. Place it up. You don't throw it through like you're trying to hurt somebody. Back leg, I like that one. Cut the angle off to the left and then attack again with the left leg. Just working that jab, touch.
Nice.
But again, if I just go here, stationary, he's gonna find a hole. If I start doing small movements, keep it going, at least from there, I have a chance of... I hope you guys are enjoying these rounds. If you want to up your defense skills, be sure to head over to Strike Ready, where you can grab my offense, my defense, or my takedown course, each having 20 plus videos to help your skill set build. Here we go into round number 3. Trying to get around to that back leg again. See such the difference in the guard. He has such an MMA guard. I have such a kickboxing guard. Each has its strengths and weaknesses. A little faster pace early on from him. I like this little switch. Inside low to the jump outside. Even if they check the first one, you land the second. Ooh, that was a nice one from him. He got through my guard there. And the best thing you can do, at least in my experience when you're doing light rounds like this, is smile, tap gloves, and don't worry about getting the big shot back. Touch. See everything I'm throwing, not trying to follow through. Don't let ego take over and be like, yeah, I gotta hit him because he hit me. His leg was heavy. I was trying to hold it like I often would, just let the guy panic and try and pull it out before I land my own. I like this one here. Look at this frame. So he gets close, right arm frames before I push out, and then I come with the left hook. If you're ever trying to fight your way out, frame. Just get something in the way. and then create the space, because they cannot push through that forearm frame. Guys, let me know if you enjoy these sparring videos. If you want more sparring videos, not just against guys who have 80 pounds on me, but MMA fighters in town, even people out of town when I'm traveling, you want to see me go and put in those rounds. Look at this fake. I love this one. Make sure you drop a comment below, give the video a like, let me know this is the kind of stuff you want to see on the channel, so I can be sure to do more of it. Straight down to the body shot, one of my favorites, the left hook. I don't even need the setup right there, see? And then look at what I did there. I went body shot, no setups, and then I dropped my weight and went to the head hook. But the drop of the weight sells it, and they make it think that a third one is coming. Nice evasion there, followed with the front kick. Right in here. He's good at this stuff. Most people, I just excel on the inside, but I can feel, not just with his size, but the skill set that he has on the inside. And I still push myself. Oh, big uppercut. Look at this. He fakes with a foot switch, comes up the middle. He got me good there. And a second one. And I'm just lucky that he's being a nice dude, because imagine a 240-pound guy cracking you with an uppercut. No fun. I think I remember after that being like, okay, I got to be more on point with my defense. Once again, though, he lands. Remember I said it's been a while since he's sparred, so you can see he's starting to wake up a little bit, starting to land more now. Sometimes that's all it takes for these fighters who compete at that high level, 3-4 rounds, to really just get the cobwebs out. That one there, I went for that left round kick. Didn't huck it through, but the fake to the spinning back fist. The spinning stuff is always dangerous. I always try and control on the off chance they run forward and they end up eating a spinning elbow instead. That means somebody's going to the hospital for stitches. We don't want that. I really thought there that he was going to double up. He threw that head kick, controlled the leg up, and second one's coming. I just kind of froze waiting for it. It didn't come. But still, it's such impressive stuff. Look at that. He thought a low kick was going to come. He did that little behind the leg Pereira check. Nice little combo there. Down low, to the body, touch the face, and then back down to the body. The reason those ones work for me when I throw combos like that is because I'm constantly changing the target. Never to the same target, the same angle, the same height, twice in a row. Try that when you're on the bag. Never hit the same side twice. And as always, guys, I hope, I've made some mistakes, but I hope you're impressed with my defense. I try to minimize the impact I take with that high guard. I've been trying to add in more footwork, trying to add in a little bit more head movement, and look at this. Boom. People think that one can't reach. As he acknowledged it, he's a good distance. But it really does. That Thai side kick is a wonderful thing. I'll have to do some rounds where I adopt other people's fighting styles so you can see me outside of my normal element. Like I have the way where I do my best, and then I have the way, look at this one here, touch, and then up the middle. Make that contact. People try to do that touch game, you don't let them. You disrupt, because they're trying to set something up. Like that little counter to the body there. Yeah, the biggest thing that we can take from this is you always got to challenge yourself in new ways, right? I'm not sparring to the best of my ability because I'm trying different things, and it's hard against somebody his size because I'm like, man, when I try something like some head movement or footwork or anything like that, which I don't normally do, I put myself at a bit more risk. So when I have somebody who's more my size and the risk of a mistake is a little less, then I will really try and switch up my styles for you and show you my full skill set, I guess. It's a nice little Little one there. Ooh, I like that one. Fake as he comes forward, down low, boom. One thing I'm really good at is always controlling shots. Nice. So many years of practice between karate and sparring.
And that's why they can barely talk now.
The ladies at fast pace and sparring with smaller guys. Always trying to, not make the pace slow, not go boring, not make them feel like I'm not trying to challenge them. Always trying to make them feel challenged, that they have the respect, that I'm putting a good output, but still don't want to hurt them. So I've got very good at that skill set. And you'll see here as these rounds go on that I start switching my style even more. Right now, I'm putting more emphasis on that front kick, tipping my head forward a little bit more Muay Thai style. I think when we get to round 5, I have a little end around thing where I just try to pressure him. Because right now, I'm letting him dictate more so the space in the room, but I start pushing forward. He's such a tough dude too. He was like, yeah, I should have blocked those front kicks, but he's like, it didn't really hurt. I'm like, yeah, fair enough. I mean, I'm only a 160-pound dude. They're probably just like little taps on his stomach compared to a normal heavyweight who would front kick him. Like, look at his low kick there. I normally don't have my leg get buckled, but he like, boom, buckled my leg on probably wasn't even a full power low kick. Like, that's not normal for me. Now, does it hurt? No, not right now as I'm watching. The leg's fine, but still, the fact that he could buckle it is impressive. Cutting the angle to the outside, doubling up on that left leg. You got to practice that if you haven't already. Good defense there. Always that tight shell. See, when I take the shots, I don't just leave my arms immobile too. I always have small micro movements. That's what I teach you in my defense course. So you minimize the impact. Such a cool gym here too. It's the first time I've been in this one. Always a pleasure to train somewhere new. Love the gorilla on the merge sign in the background. These were fun rounds, challenging rounds, because obviously the size, and it's been a while. Oh, he hurt his foot there. A little bit more on the toes, and sometimes it ends up hyperextending, and actually he said it was more in his knee, weirdly enough, that it was hurt. But it does happen. But look at the championship mindset that he has. Like, some people will be like, okay, I'm taking a round off or I'm done. He's just, no, okay, I'm right back in. I don't know how much that hurt him. Little exchange here. That's about as hard as I want to normally go with a new sparring partner, unless we've agreed, yeah, there's a fight coming up and we're really trying to push. So there you go, guys. 5 rounds with a 1FC heavyweight fighter who outweighs me by about 80 pounds, has about 6-7 inches. Hope you learned something. I hope you had fun. And again, give me a comment down below if you want to see more sparring videos.